that's real life, huh?
Maybe you should come there.
We want to stay at the table?
Yes. I want that. And I should stand by it.
Or is it here?
No,
That's
it's my back nose side. So if you want me to sit there, you need to sit here. Are you recording already?
Of course.
But no, I'm doing a kid voice.
Huh?
I'm doing a kid voice.
Okay, let's just talk normal. Maybe silent.
Okay.
But seriously, just serious business.
Okay, so what's up?
As you can probably hear, it's quite windy. And it's a very windy day today. And I mean, apparently as a region, it's quite windy. You need to really understand how the winds work here. But I guess it's a peninsula of a peninsula, and it's kind of surrounded by technically 3 seas. So I'm sure there's some stream, some wind that creates strong wind currents. And it's quite strong, and it can be quite cold in the winter. I mean, it's a sunny day today, but the air is still cold. And but in the summer, I imagine it must be really pleasant. I mean, we're here in September, and it's the last few days of summer, and the wind was very pleasant. I mean, it helps a lot with the heat. So when we were living in Portugal, it was quite similar. It's quite windy. And I was joking to my friends that this is not the best country to live to send voice notes, because all of them were just muffled with wind noise. But it's been pretty sunny these last few days. It rained also. It kind of comes and goes. There'll be some sun, there'll be some rain, some wind, some more still days. And but things are growing, and there are lots of flowers, at least on our land. I think our landlady planted some, just spread some seeds around, and yeah, we see some flowers just popping out, especially when it gets warm. They open, so that makes for a really beautiful, I guess, wildflower bouquet. And the house is pretty warm now. We kind of understood how the whole system works with the heating and electricity, and the electricity is not tripping anymore, luckily. So we still don't know fully if that was just a problem with the grid, or if we were using too much electricity, or both. On paper, the counter was saying that it was our usage that was exceeded, so we were using too much, but in reality, I don't know, maybe it was the grid. Yeah, today we went to the local market and got a few fresh vegetables and fruits. I went to a neighbor yesterday to pick up some fresh eggs from his chickens, and yeah, really enjoying just slowly getting to know the community here and the people. And tomorrow there's a kind of antique vintage market that we'll go to. And in general, it's pretty quiet. I mean, we have some cats that come to our land, and we met some neighbors kind of in this area. They're not super close to us, and still maybe about 20 minutes walking. But there are people in the area, and that's nice to know, and yet we have our privacy. I think in the summer is a different situation, though, where there's definitely a lot of people, and a lot of people that stay here temporarily, just for the season or even for a few weeks. So we're slowly settling in, and the days are kind of slow, but still packed with a lot of practical things. And but it feels good to be here. It feels really good to land. And even though this is a house we're renting, I personally really like the idea of buying something, even if it's something small and simple, and just really rebuilding it. And I'm not really a builder, and but I think these things you learn as you go, and kind of with first principles, and you know, it's not that I will be building a skyscraper, but I'm really enjoying just doing more things with my hands. Like even, I don't know, yesterday I hung what's that called, the cable for hanging clothes, and you know, did some small work around the house, did a proper clean of the dishwasher, and it's just, I don't know, I feel a bit tired of being on the computer all the time and writing, and it's nice to do something real. And I think this format can work well because, well, video is still very much a media and is a digital thing, but yet the content of the video can be anything, right? It can be, of course, talking and more ideas, or it can be something more practical and more real, I guess, or real life. So, yeah, trusting that inspiration. We're also setting up kind of our home office. I mean, for now, we just have this huge table in the living room, which is great, but you know, it's an open space. So there's this space, which are the trulli. The trulli is a very interesting structure, which is very kind of prominent here and famous here in Puglia, made of stone, and it's been around for centuries, and a lot of them are still here and preserved and living. And there were these temporary structures for agriculture, for farmers usually. What's interesting about them is that they were labeled or kind of classified as temporary structures because it was very easy to dismantle them. So apparently that was a way for the police people here to avoid the taxes of the Spanish Empire, because at that time they were under the rule of the Spanish, even though today now this is in Italy. And of course it makes me smile that these things have been around for centuries. And so part of our house is these gorgeous, beautiful trulli. And that's kind of a separate space that we can enter through the house or from the outside. And yeah, we're kind of thinking of setting up our workspace there. I mean, they're technically bedrooms, so people can also come and visit and stay in those trulli. But it's nice because it's a bit tucked away for kind of our office slash art studio to be situated, because you know it's a bit kind of outside, and then we can go to the living room and kitchen, the bedroom to relax. So there's a bit of that separation. I might rent a studio space to really have the space to work. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but I'll try this out and see how that works. And yeah, we ordered a printer, and I'm really excited to also to start to print again and to get more physical with my photography, and maybe even publishing something this year. And there are a few ideas in mind, and also with Chiara, we're both really into these little zines and little booklets and kind of visual books. So we might create something together or on our own. So yeah, and for now, just kind of step by step, I'll be putting these videos out, and kind of also playing with the formats and how I film. I find it really a lot of fun to just take the camera, especially on a sunny day. Although I think I should film on rainy days for a more fair representation too. And just film. And yeah, I like to keep it natural, of course, and just kind of go with it. So yeah, the house is good. Winter is a bit cold at times, but pretty mild and still pretty sunny. And yeah, we're slowly settling in, finding our community. And we'll see where that takes us.